You picked up your phone 96 times today. You didn't choose to, your brain did. And somewhere, in a building you'll never visit, a team of engineers is being paid millions of dollars to make sure you keep doing it. This isn't a willpower problem. This isn't a you problem. It's designed. Every scroll, every notification, every little red dot, built by people who studied your brain harder than you ever have. Today, we're going inside the psychology of social media addiction, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at your phone the same way again. Let's start with one man, B.J. Fogg, a Stanford researcher who taught a class called Persuasive Technology. Some of his students went on to build the very apps you use every day. One concept from that world changed everything: variable reward. Casinos figured this out decades ago. A slot machine doesn't pay out every time, because if it did, you'd stop pulling the lever. It pays out sometimes, unpredictably, and that unpredictability is what keeps your hand moving. Now think about pull to refresh on Instagram. Every swipe down is a lever pull. Sometimes you get a boring post. Sometimes you get something that makes you laugh, or someone liked your photo, or a message from someone you like. Your brain doesn't know which one is coming. And that uncertainty is the exact same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You're not checking your phone because you're weak. You're checking it because your brain is chasing a reward it can't predict, and that's biologically more addictive than a guaranteed reward. Here's something most people don't know. Early Facebook and Instagram design teams studied slot machine mechanics directly. Infinite scroll, auto refresh, unpredictable content order. None of it happened by accident. It was reverse engineered from the most addictive machines humans have ever built. Here's where it gets deeper. Dopamine isn't actually the pleasure chemical people think it is. It's the anticipation chemical. Studies on dopamine, going back to research on monkeys by neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz, found something surprising. Dopamine spikes before the reward, not after. It spikes at the possibility of something good happening. That's why the moment before you open an app often feels more compelling than the app itself. That little flicker of, maybe something good is waiting for me. That's the hook. Social platforms don't want you to feel satisfied. Satisfaction ends the behavior. They want you anticipating, because anticipation keeps you scrolling. Every red notification badge, every someone liked your post, every auto-playing next video, all of it is engineered around one goal: keep you in a state of wanting, not having. And it compounds. The more your brain gets used to these small, frequent dopamine spikes, the harder it becomes to feel satisfied by slower, quieter rewards, like reading a book or finishing a long project. Some researchers call this a shift in your dopamine baseline. Once it shifts, ordinary life can start to feel boring by comparison. Not because your life changed, but because your brain's reward threshold did. If this is making you see your phone differently, that's exactly what this channel is for. Hit subscribe now so the next breakdown like this actually reaches you. Why your brain can't resist. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I'm smart. I know all this. I can resist it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Knowing the trick doesn't disable the trick. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational, decision-making part of your brain, develops slower and is simply outmatched by your limbic system, the ancient, emotional, reward-seeking part of your brain. Tech companies aren't targeting your logic. They're targeting the part of your brain that existed before logic did. This is why former tech insiders, like Tristan Harris, who used to work at Google, started speaking out. He described social media as having a large team of people on the other side of the screen whose entire job is to break down the self-regulation you have. Think about that. Hundreds of people optimizing, studying your behavior in real time, against you, alone, with a phone. It was never a fair fight. And it's not just apps, it's every layer of the experience. The color of the notification badge is red because red triggers urgency. The infinite scroll has no natural stopping point because stopping points let your brain re-engage its logic.
Even the slight delay before a like count updates is intentional. Spacing out rewards keeps the anticipation loop alive longer. The social proof loop. There's one more layer most people miss: social validation. Humans evolved in small tribes where being accepted by the group meant survival. Rejection wasn't just painful, it was dangerous. That instinct never left us, it just moved online. Every like is a tiny signal you belong. Every comment is you matter. And every time that signal doesn't come, when a post underperforms, when no one responds, your brain registers it almost like a small social rejection. Platforms know this. That's part of why like counts, streaks, and follower numbers are so visible. They're not just metrics. They're a quantified version of your tribe telling you whether you're accepted. You're not addicted to your phone. You're addicted to the feeling of being seen. There's a darker version of this too, FOMO, the fear of missing out. Every story that disappears in 24 hours, every X people are watching this live counter, every streak you don't want to break, these all exploit a very old survival instinct, the fear of being left behind by the group. Your brain doesn't distinguish between missing a group hunt 50,000 years ago and missing a group chat today. The threat response feels the same. How to actually take back control. Does knowing all this actually help? Yes, but not in the way most people think. You don't beat this with willpower. You beat it by changing your environment because willpower loses to design every single time. Here's what actually works based on behavioral psychology. 1. Turn off notifications, not the app. The trigger is the badge, not the app icon. 2. Make the app harder to open. Log out after each use. Adding even a few extra seconds of friction cuts compulsive checking significantly. 3. Replace the habit loop. Don't just remove it. If you check your phone out of boredom is the trigger. You need a different response ready, not just willpower to resist. 4. Set specific times to check instead of leaving it open-ended. Unstructured access is what fuels compulsive checking. 5. Make your phone's home screen boring on purpose. Move addictive apps off the home screen entirely, into a folder on a second page. Every extra tap is a moment your prefrontal cortex gets a chance to catch up with your impulse. None of this requires quitting social media. It requires making the invisible design visible. Once you can see the mechanism, it starts to lose its grip. The scariest part of all this isn't that social media is addictive, it's that it was never an accident. Every scroll, every notification, every just one more video, it was tested, refined, and optimized by people who understood your psychology better than you did. But now, you understand it too, and that's the first step to taking your attention back. If this opened your eyes even a little, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because this channel is all about breaking down the psychology behind the things that quietly control us.